afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wingate University's Ron Christopher Stadium, Plano Athletic Field, home of the Bulldogs. Our second contest this afternoon will feature the number 6 seeded Eagles from Carson-Newman and the number 3 seeded Bears from Lenoir-Rhyne University. Let's meet the teams first. The starters for Carson-Newman. Leading off, first baseman number 11, Logan Floyd. Batting second, third baseman number 21, Aiden Gibson. Batting third, right fielder number 34, Bradley Soto Diaz. Batting fourth, the DH number 17, Tanner Kilgore. Batting fifth, shortstop number 20, Sebastian Rodriguez. Batting sixth, second baseman number 6, Cole Nathan. Batting seventh, center fielder number 2, Braxton Smith. Batting eighth, the catcher number 30, Carson Cochran. Batting ninth, the left fielder number 24, Ryan Bolton. On the mound for the Eagles, number 25, Colton Cason. And now the starting lineup for the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. Leading off, first baseman number 5, Mackenzie Wainwright. Batting second, left fielder number 2, Leighton Lackey. Batting third, third baseman number 3, Seth Christmas. Batting fourth, shortstop number 20, Matt Procopio. Batting fifth, right fielder number 6, Drew Beard. Batting sixth, catcher number 42, Nathan Kidder. Batting seventh, DH number 1, Andrew Stillinger.
Postseason baseball has arrived for Carson-Newman, and it starts this weekend in a 6-3 matchup. 6-seeded Carson-Newman matches up with 3-seeded and 21st-ranked Lenoir-Rhyne in the opening round of the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. It's the Bears and Eagles for the 4th time this year as we get ready to begin things from Ron Christopher Stadium in Wingate, North Carolina. Wingate, the host of this 4-team double elimination pod. And the Bulldogs won in 11 innings against 7-seeded Newberry. And after waiting for 2 hours or more, and plus for Carson-Newman baseball, it's finally postseason time. And the Eagles will face an all-SAC second-teamer in Kellen Gradisar in the first game of the day, or in Carson-Newman's first game of the weekend. Gradisar 3.3 ERA and a 7-3 record in 12 starts in the regular season. 6 complete games, which is the most in the South Atlantic Conference this season, including 3 straight complete games to end his 26th season. 67 innings of work, 44 strikeouts, a low strikeout number. He only walks 11 guys as well. He'll oppose another all-SAC second-teamer, but he'll face an all-SAC second-teamer in Logan Floyd to kick things off here in the top half of inning number 1. Carson-Newman's won 9 straight games. It's the longest active winning streak in the conference and tied for the 4th longest active winning streak in Division II. Can the Eagles use that late regular season momentum and build on a postseason run, which begins right now as Kellen Gradisar's first pitch at 5:01 is a breaking ball that Floyd fouls off to the screen for strike 1. Floyd ended the regular season by reaching base in 31 straight games, and he hit safely in his final 13. And ended the year with a .423 average in the regular season as he takes a strike 2 from Gradisar, and it's 0-2 quickly. Floyd, an all-SAC second-teamer, despite being one of the best hitters in the conference this season. 3rd best batting average in the league at .423. 0-2 from Gradisar. Bounce back toward the middle. Procopio to his left. Moves behind the second base bag. Low throw. Wainwright tries to scoop it. He does, but Floyd beats it out and has himself an infield single to extend his streaks. 14 straight hits, or 14 straight games with a hit, and now 32 straight by reaching base safely. And the Eagles have a base runner after 1 batter. And now Aiden Gibson's turn. Bradley Soto Diaz will follow as the Eagles face Kellen Gradisar for the 2nd time this year. He went a complete game back on February 21st. The series finale, the Bears won and swept the Eagles as Gibson shows bunt, pulls it back and takes a strike on a slider toward the outer part of the plate. Gibson ended the regular season reaching base in 8 straight. For again, a Carson-Newman team that has won 9 straight games and 4 straight on the road. Entering this postseason, Gradisar sets at the belt, and the next one to Gibson is swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The right-hander has worked ahead on his first 2 hitters. On a 66-degree day, cloudy. It was raining for the first third of Wingate and Newberry's contest. It never got delayed, and that game went more than 3 hours to complete 11-plus innings. 0-2 to Gibson, swing and a miss at a ball on the turf. Gibson strikes out swinging, and Nathan Kidder, the catcher for the Bears, tags him out, and there's one away in the first on 3 pitches. Kidder behind the plate, Mackenzie Wainwright at first, Connor Linkfield's the second baseman, Procopio and Christmas shortstop and third, 2 all-SAC players over there, with Leighton Lackey, Trent Murchison, and Drew Beard left to right in LR's outfield for a 35-win Bears team. First pitch to Bradley Soto Diaz, elevated fastball for ball 1. Soto Diaz, an all-SAC second-teamer with Logan Floyd, the only 2 Eagle position players on the all-SAC teams. He's riding a 17-game on-base streak while hitting .392 in the regular season. Waits on a 1-0 from Gradisar, and he takes low and away. It's ball 2. In 66 degrees, this is really the warmest it's been all day. In the low 60s for much of the day, but now with the sun trying to peek out, should have ourselves a fine evening for baseball, definitely on the chillier side on this 1st of May. 2-0 pitch to Soto Diaz, stays inside as Gradisar tried to fire in a slider and hit the zone and missed. It's 3-0. One away in the top of the first inning, no score. Logan Floyd, an infield single to start the game. He's at first base with Soto Diaz batting. The right-hander Gradisar's 3-0 as Soto Diaz takes all the way and takes a strike. So 6 strikes to the first 2 hitters, and it's now taken 4 pitches for Kellen Gradisar to find the zone against the 3-hitter Bradley Soto Diaz. Senior right fielders reach base safely in 17 straight, and he hits one softly back to Gradisar. He goes to second for 1, back to first. Soto Diaz legs it out. Soto Diaz hustling there as Procopio's turn was late. He had trouble getting the ball from his glove on his left hand and transferring it to his right hand to make a throw to first. So a fielder's choice on a softly hit ball to first. Puts 2 outs on the board. It's a 1-6 play at second base, and now Tanner Kilgore is Carson-Newman's 2-out batter hitting cleanup. Pick to first base, Soto Diaz dives back safely on a quick move by the junior pitcher Gradisar. Tanner Kilgore batting cleanup for Carson-Newman, a .300 hitter in the regular season over 22 games played. 15 runs batted in for the junior first baseman. That skies one softly to center. Murchison is over to his left into the right center field gap. He has the catch on the high fly ball, and he makes the play. Carson-Newman sends 4 batters to the plate, and 3 outs are recorded. An infield single by Logan Floyd, the only runner for the Eagles in the opening inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. After a half inning, we're scoreless, and Colton Kaysen takes the mound for his second postseason start at the SAC tournament. He'll face this Lenoir-Rhyne lineup for the first time, and we return to Ron Christopher Stadium after this.
Love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Wingate, North Carolina, where Colton Kaysen, the sophomore all-SAC pitcher, goes to work against Lenoir-Rhyne for the first time in the bottom of the first inning. Kaysen was named a second-team all-conference starting pitcher a season after being a first-teamer and the pitcher and freshman of the year in the league. A 3.2 ERA in the sophomore season of Colton Kaysen, 9 wins, 2 losses, as he's taken a decision in 11 of his 12 starts. 66 innings of work, 66 strikeouts, And opponents have hit .247 in the regular season against the sophomore right-hander from Benton, Tennessee. Colton Kaysen against Lenoir-Rhyne back in late February only went 4 innings, allowing 7 hits and 5 runs. It was his shortest start of the year. He's pitched just 4 innings 3 different times this season. He winds in the first one to Mackenzie Wainwright's inside and low for ball 1, and the home half of the first inning's underway against an all-sack first-teamer here in Mackenzie Wainwright. So last year's freshman and pitcher of the year facing last year's player of the year in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 pitch runs inside, and Wainwright's taken the first 2 inside for balls. It's 2-0. Mackenzie Wainwright, all-sack outfielder, but plays first base in this game, hitting .420 for the year with a team-best 14 home runs and 55 RBIs. He takes an inside corner strike this time. And Colton Kaysen has his first strike. It's 2-1 on the leadoff man for the Bears here in the bottom of the first inning. Wainwright, one of 2 Bears to play in, starting all 48 now as he grounds one sharply to third. Nice backhand stab by Gibson after moving back originally. Strong throw across, and Wainwright's gunned down. Great defensive play by Aiden Gibson at third. He was up for a Gold Glove this year. Did not earn that Gold Glove in the regular season and the All-Sac postseason awards, but flashes some leather there on a backhand play. Sharply hit by Wainwright, and there's one away for Leighton Lackey. Here in this bottom of the first inning, Lackey's hit safely in 9 of his last 10. First pitch to the left-handed hitting left fielder is off the plate for a ball. Lackey started each game of the series back in February, went 2 of 12. At the plate, one of a handful of lefties in LR's batting order. As he takes a 1-0 strike from Colton Kaysen, the righties evened the count. Had a ball on a strike with 1 away and a scoreless first inning. Carson-Newman in the gray uniforms on this Friday evening. Swing and a miss. Lackey out in front of the changeup, and Kaysen's ahead 1-2. It's the new gray uniforms for Carson-Newman. The CN logo is in the upper left corner. Numbers in the bottom right. Gray pants as well with a blue ball cap as Kaysen winds in the 1-2 to Lackey. Is a fastball driven out toward left center field. Braxton Smith moving over to the left center field gap. He tracks it down and makes the catch. Kaysen's faced 2, and he set them both down here in the opening inning. Carson Cochran became the 3rd Carson-Newman catcher all-time to win a Gold Glove behind the plate. He is the catcher for the Eagles on this Friday evening. Logan Floyd, Cole Nathan at first and second. Sebastian Rodriguez makes his postseason debut at short. Aiden Gibson at third with Ryan Bolton, Braxton Smith, and Bradley Soto Diaz. Left to right in the outfield as Kaysen pumps in a strike to Seth Christmas. And it's 0-1. First time Kaysen has fired in a first pitch strike, and he does it to Christmas with 2 away. Now the 0-1 breaking ball is grounded sharply to third. Diving play by Gibson in the hole. He gets up, throws across, and makes the play. The inning started with a nice backhand by Gibson, and the inning ends with him making a diving play at a ball that was trying to work its way through the left side. Terrific glove work, and a great throw as well from Gibson as Kaysen tosses a 1-2-3 opening inning. We're scoreless in the opening round of the SAC tournament. It's Carson-Newman LR scoreless as we head to this second on the Eagles Sports Network.
Warm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Ron Christopher Stadium, where Carson-Newman comes to bat for the second time against the All-Sac second-teamer Kellen Gradisar. These two teams had their batting practice, or their batting cage work, scheduled for, I think, 1 and 1:30. Carson-Newman hit around 1:30. I think LR went a half hour before. And these two teams then after that sat around and watched Wingate and Newberry go at it for 5+ innings. And so these two teams have had 45 minutes to get ready, but they haven't hit in more than 2 hours after that early batting practice work, as the first pitch of the second inning to Sebastian Rodriguez is outside for a ball. So you wonder if the pitching and defense has an early advantage until these offenses get the bats warmed up here and rolling, as Rodriguez takes a second pitch strike. It's 1-1. Batting practice lasted for about a half an hour. The two teams were able to take in and out on the field, get ground balls, fly balls on the field between the games, and after the post-game ceremony to recognize the all-conference players, as Gradisar's third pitch of the at-bat is a strike, and Rodriguez, the shortstop, sees the count at 1-2. Junior righty lifts the glove above his face, now gets into his windup. The 1-2 to Rodriguez, grounded sharply to second. Diving play to his right by Linkfield. He throws back to first, and Rodriguez is thrown out. Nice play by Connor Linkfield, the second baseman. Did not play in the series against the Eagles back in February. Starting at second base, and makes a nice play there on a sliding stop to his right to retire Rodriguez and rob him of his first postseason hit and his first postseason at-bat. Now Cole Nathan. Nathan, a .300 hitter, was an all-SAC player this year, not on the list this year, despite hitting .302 with 6 bombs and 34 RBI as he bounces the first pitch foul into the screen. It's 0-1. Nathan hits a career-best 6 home runs this season, driving in 34, and consistently has been one of the top hitters in Carson-Newman's order, batting somewhere in the middle of it throughout the year. 0-1. Outside corner strike, and Nathan's behind 0-2 as the sun peaks back out here at Ron Christopher Stadium. Again, it was very cloudy, rainy for the first third of that Wingate-Newberry game. It's gotten gradually better on this Friday, and these two teams now playing in the sun as Nathan takes called strike 3, and Gradisar's changeup has Nathan looking. Second strikeout for the junior all-SAC pitcher, and there's 2 away. He's retired 6 straight since that infield single started his day. Now Braxton Smith is Carson-Newman's 2-out batter in the 7-hole. Smith hit .330 in the regular season, a couple of home runs, 27 RBI, reaching base more than 44% of the time, trying to do that here in the second as he takes a first pitch strike from Kellen Gradisar, who's been in a rhythm in this second inning. Right-hander has the sign from Kidder in the 0-1. Smith tries to bunt for a base hit, bunts it back to Gradisar. He fields, sets his feet, throws to first, play made, and inning over. Both teams scoreless so far. Eagles have seen their last 6 batters get retired in order after the leadoff base hit by Logan Floyd in the opening inning, as Kellen Gradisar has his first 1-2-3 inning. And he keeps the game scoreless. LR and Carson-Newman in the first round of the conference tournament scoreless after an inning and a half as Kaysen faces 4, 5, and 6 of the Bears' order after this break. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Matt Procopio is the leadoff batter for LR in the second inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman has 4 SAC championships, but none since 2007. Since this SAC tournament began in 1991, only 2 schools, Catawba and Wingate, have more tournament titles. As Procopio takes Slider away to begin the second inning, it was a 1-2-3, 10-pitch opening inning for Colton Kaysen as he pitches to the fourth hitter in LR's order. 1-0 line, and the pitch home is a slider low. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Matt Procopio. Second best batting average in the South Atlantic Conference this regular season was Procopio's mark at .429. 2-0 pitch runs away. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Again, Carson-Newman faced Lenoir-Rhyne when they were ranked 6th in the country back on February 21st. Lost all 3 in Jefferson City as Procopio takes a strike. It's 3-1. They were all close games, 13-10, 6-4, 8-4 were the final scores in the series back in late February. 3-1 line from Kaysen. He pitches to Procopio. A line drive toward right field for a base hit. Sharply hit. He takes a slider the other way. Soto Diaz keeps it from going to the wall and holds Procopio to a long single to begin the second inning. And now Drew Beard. Drew Beard was a problem for Carson-Newman pitching in the series in February. Drew Beard was the best hitter on this Bears team, going 8 for 11 in the series against the Eagles. Scored 4 runs, drove in 4. 3 of his 8 hits went for extra bases, 2 doubles and a triple. He bats 5th in the Bears order right now with Procopio at first base as Kaysen's first offering is a fastball waist high for a strike. To the 5-hitter Drew Beard, who did end the regular season with just 1 hit. And the final series of the year against Lincoln Memorial went 1 for 12. 0-1. Beard takes a second strike, and Kaysen, after falling behind to Procopio, has worked ahead at 0-2. Drew Beard hit in the 9-hole back in those February meetings. He's worked his way up into the middle part of the order. 2 set, and Kaysen pitches, and Beard chases a slider away. Kaysen has his first strikeout, and it's the first out of the second inning. Strikeout 67 for Colton Kaysen in this sophomore season of his. And there's 1 away in the second for Nathan Kidder. Some of Kaysen's best strikeout days have come against some of the best offenses that he has faced throughout his short career. First pitch to Nathan Kidder is a strike, so 4 straight strikes from Kaysen here in the second inning after the leadoff base hit by Procopio. He's at first. His season high is 9 strikeouts. Did that against 2 ranked teams. Breaking ball hit off the end of Kidder's bat foul, and it's strike 2. He struck out 9 against 3rd-ranked Catawba in early March, and then 9 again against 19th-ranked Wingate on April 4th. Facing number 21 LR here in the opening round of the conference tournament as he sets for an 0-2 and pitches to Kidder, an inside fastball. Just missed the zone. Good spot for a 1-2 pitch. Kidder stayed away as the catcher gets ready to stand back in. Sophomore righty comes set, glove at his belt, looks at second base, and now pitches a 1-2 to Kidder. Line drive center field. He goes down and gets the breaking ball to drive it into center field for a base hit. Smith tracks it down, and Nathan Kidder has a 2-strike single to left center to put a pair of Bears runners on base here in the second inning. Nathan Kidder quietly has hit safely in 13 straight games now for Lenoir-Rhyne, and he puts runners at first and second with 1 out for Andrew Stillinger. Stillinger, a .365 hitter in the regular season, drove in 25, 35 hits, and 31 of the 35 hits were singles. First pitch he sees from Colton Kaysen is a fastball in there for a strike. Stillinger started all 3 games back in February against the Eagles, went 4 for 11. Drove in 4 runs for a Bears offense that scored 27 runs in 3 games against the Eagles. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Actually, a foul tip into Cochran's mitt, and it's 0-2. A pair of LR singles sandwiched around a Kaysen strikeout here in the second inning. First and second, 1 out, 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting DH Andrew Stillinger. Normal defense for Carson-Newman as Stillinger rolls one foul off his foot at the plate. And the count stays at 0-2. Stillinger hitting in the 7th spot. He's hit safely in 10 straight games. Him and Kidder back-to-back at the 6 and 7 spots in this order have the longest hitting streaks actively on this Lenoir-Rhyne lineup. 0-2 as Kaysen sets for another pitch to Stillinger and misses away. 1-ball, 2-strike count as Kaysen works through this LR order for the first time in this opening round game of the conference tournament. 1-2 on the way. Just missed with a fastball, trying to go to the outer edge and did not get the call from the home plate umpire, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gold Glover Carson Cochran behind the plate left it there for multiple seconds, did not get the call as Kaysen readies for a 2-2. He looks at second and now pitches to Stillinger, a line drive toward left field, a base hit. Ryan Bolton has it in his glove. Throw is going to be not cut off. It's up the line though, and Procopio scores. It's 1-0 Lenoir-Rhyne. Third hit of the inning is an Andrew Stillinger opposite field single, and it's 1-0 Bears. Now Kaysen's gotten back-to-back batters to fall into early no-ball, 2-strike counts, but he's not been able to put them away. And Kidder and now Stillinger have made him pay with back-to-back 2-strike singles, and now Connor Linkfield, the 8-hitter, comes up with 2 on and 1 out. Line drives by this Bears offense to plate the game's first run as Kaysen's first one to Linkfield is a slider across for a strike. And the sophomore Kaysen faced this LR lineup back in February. He pitched a scoreless first and then gave up runs in his next 3 innings on the mound. Only went 4 innings. 2 in the second, a run in the third, a run in the fourth. 0-1. Ground ball foul, and once again, third straight batter, Colton Kaysen has worked ahead, 0-2 on. He's failed to put away Kidder and Stillinger. They've both reached base with 2 strike base hits. They're at first and second with the Bears up 1-0 as Kaysen faces Connor Linkfield here in this second inning. No balls and 2 strikes. Kaysen goes to the plate and gets Linkfield swinging. Good fastball by the right-hander, and there's 2 outs now in this second inning. Both outs in the frame are strikeouts swinging. And now Trent Murchison, the 9-hitter, comes up with 2 on and 2 out. Feels like a big out potentially if Kaysen can get it against Murchison. With Mackenzie Wainwright, the reigning player of the year last year and an all-SAC first-teamer and an All-American last year and probably this year waiting on deck. 2 on, 2 out. Kaysen's first one to Murchison's a knee-high strike. The right-hander Kaysen has pounded the zone so far. 23 strikes in just 32 pitches. It's around 3 hits in the inning, but he struck out 2, trying to limit the LR damage in the second. 0-1 to Murchison. Change-up low and away. Cochran blocks it, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Usually Jacob Rogers is the starting catcher for Carson-Newman in these Colton Kaysen starts. Today it's Carson Cochran. 1-1 set. Kaysen looks at second base twice and now offers. The righty fires in a fastball knee-high, and Murchison's behind 1-2. Kaysen and all the pitchers have raved about Cochran and Rogers and their ability to catch, but it is an interesting dynamic having Cochran back there instead of the normal catcher for Kaysen throughout the regular season. 1-2, Murchison, line drive softly to left center field. Bolton has a beat on it, ranging over to make the catch, and the inning's over. Kaysen strikes out a pair of LR batters in the second inning, but they strike with 3 hits in the inning. Andrew Stillinger's 1-out single drove in Matt Procopio, and the Bears lead 1-0 after 2, a run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left by LR. We've played 2 innings. The Bears have the early advantage. It's 1-0. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Ron Christopher Stadium here on the Eagles Sports Network from Wingate, North Carolina. Carson-Newman trying to advance into the winner's bracket for what a game would be on Saturday morning. Tomorrow morning is when that scheduled matchup would be. For the winner of this game, they will get the second seeded in the host Wingate here at Ron Christopher Stadium. Yes, it's an 11 a.m. time, and yes, there's rain in the forecast for all of tomorrow, or at least for most of the morning into the afternoon, but that is a scheduled 11 a.m. game, and so that's what these two teams are playing for, to get into that winner's bracket and face the Wingate Bulldogs tomorrow morning or afternoon as Carson Cochran stands in to lead off the third, and he takes a first pitch strike from Kellen Gradisar here in the top of the third inning. Gradisar very efficient so far, 21, now 22 pitches, 18 strikes. 3 of his 4 balls were thrown to Bradley Soto Diaz as Cochran laid on a fastball swing, or a swing on a fastball, lines it foul into the parking lot, and it's quickly 0-2. Some really good work from these two pitchers early on. Both have pounded the strike zone. 0-2 to Cochran. Elevated fastball. Gradisar's waist pitch runs high, and it's 1-2. Cochran trying to break out of a little bit of a slump. He hit above 300 for all of the regular season until the very end. And saw his average dip just below it entering the postseason. He grounds one sharply to short. Nice backhand play. Procopio jump throw to first. Wainwright can't scoop it. It goes into foul ground, and Cochran will stay put at first base. That was a tough play for Procopio as he leaped into the air to make a throw to first, and Wainwright could not scoop it off the infield dirt. And it'll be an infield single for Carson Cochran to start the third inning for Carson-Newman. Both the Eagles' hits are infield base hits to the shortstop. And now the 9-hitter, Ryan Bolton, who sits safely in 3 straight, has been on base in 6 straight games, gets his first opportunity against the All-Sac second-teamer Gradisar. 1 on, nobody out as Ryan Bolton shows bunt, bunts it third base side pretty softly. Gradisar charges, will throw to first, play is made. Eagles play some small ball here. Ryan Bolton's sacrifice bunt is a good enough bunt to get Carson Cochran to second base. He's there, and here's the top of the order in Logan Floyd. Floyd, the batter, with Carson-Newman having its first runner move into scoring position in this game. Perfect batter to have up is Logan Floyd, who is chasing Tyler Thompson's 438 average. The best batting average in his season as he bounces the first pitch up the third base line foul. For strike 1. Top of the third, 1-0 LR. Floyd hit .423 in the regular season, the second highest batting average in the program's Division II history. Only Tyler Thompson's .438 average is currently higher. Floyd chasing that mark here into the postseason. 0-1. Floyd crushes it. Left field. Will it stay fair down the left field line? It is crushed, and it is a foul ball. Floyd just barely missed his 11th home run of the year. He absolutely demolished the ball onto the road that is about 30-some yards from the fence in the outfield. It landed on the road, but it landed just left of the foul pole. It's strike 2. Now Floyd has to regroup with Cochran at second base. 0-2 the count. Gradisar looks at second, now offers a pitch to Floyd well outside, 1-2. Wonder how intimidating of a swing that can be, even if it's not truly a home run. Gradisar certainly knows that Floyd got all of that pitch. Just missed it for being a home run. Does that affect the right-hander as he comes set for a 1-2? Here it is to Floyd, and Floyd hits it sharply to second. Gets by. No, it stays near link field. He can't come up with it, and Floyd has a hard hit ball to second base. That will be LR's first error. And move Cochran to third with one out. Hit pretty sharply. It's an E4, though. Floyd reaches to put runners on the corners for Aiden Gibson. Some LR miscues. That's the first error. As Gibson stands in for the Eagles after the error on a hard hit ball to second. First and third, one away in this third inning. Eagles trying to tie the game. Gibson bats against Gradisar. First pitch slider, called strike on the corner. Gibson struck out on 3 pitches against Gradisar back in the opening inning. Against the Bears back in February, he had 3 hits and 8 at-bats. Gradisar picks to first. Quick pickoff move, and Floyd did not have much of a lead, so he's back safely. No balls and a strike here in the third. One out, corners occupied. The 0-1 to Gibson bounces into the turf. It's worth noting that home plate and the batter's box all turf, and then up the first and third base lines until really the bags, the first and third base bags, it is turf. Until you get to the infield dirt. And then the grass in front of the batter's box that is turf is regular grass. As Gibson lines one sharply to short. Procopio trying to turn 2. He throws to second for 1. Back to first, inning-ending double play. Good turn by Procopio in the LR defense. They get Gibson to bounce into a 6-4-3 turn, and Carson-Newman's best chance to score so far is turned away by that inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left by Carson-Newman in the third. Gradisar gets a nice turn of a double play to keep the Bears in front by a run. It's 1-0 with LR's top of the batting order coming to the plate in the third against Kaysen after this.
In Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Back at Ron Christopher Stadium, Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us for Carson-Newman baseball in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament here on the Eagles Sports Network. 31-17, Carson-Newman up against 35-11-1. Lenoir-Rhyne. The only reason the Bears did not become the second seed in the host was because they tied Mars Hill in a game that, had they won, they would have been the second seed, but they ended up having to play to a tie because of darkness. They couldn't finish the game that Saturday, and they had to tie with the Lions. That tie back in February was the difference between second and third this late in the year as Wainwright swings over top of a slider from Kaysen to begin the third inning. Kaysen a 10-pitch first inning, a 25-pitch second inning as he works through this LR order for the second time, facing Mackenzie Wainwright. The 0-1 slider runs away this time, and it's 1-1. Both teams have had great opportunities. The Bears recorded 3 hits in the second inning, with a third driving in the game's only run. 1-1. Swinging a foul tip at the plate, and it's strike 2 on Mackenzie Wainwright. Wainwright was in a little early season funk when Carson-Newman played against him and pitched against him in February. Went 3 of 12 at the plate, but has been red hot as the years progressed. 5 straight hits, or 5 straight games with a hit entering this game, and has 23 multi-hit games in 47 games played. Inside fastball, Wainwright stayed away. Appeal on the check swing says Wainwright did not go, and it's 2-2. Lights on here at Ron Christopher Stadium as well as Kaysen has the sign from Cochran to start this third inning. It's 2-2 strikes. The pitch to Wainwright's grounded sharply up the third base line, foul. Count remains 2-2 strikes as Wainwright battles with Kaysen here in the third. There's only 4 teams in the conference this season that have achieved 30 wins, and 3 of them are in this 4-team bracket. 2-2. Slider away again. It's 3-2. And 2 of the 4 are playing in this game. 35-win LR, 31-win CN. Meeting in the opening round of the conference tournament. 3-2 strikes. Kaysen goes in his motion and gets a pop-up foul by Wainwright into the parking lot. Long at bat here from Mackenzie Wainwright. A couple of foul balls as he waits for a 8th pitch from Kaysen to begin this third inning. Lenoir-Rhyne, the higher seed in the white uniforms, black hats, and white pants as the 3-2 runs inside, and Wainwright's drew a leadoff walk on 8 pitches to begin this third inning, and now Leighton Lackey. Mackenzie Wainwright will trot up to first base, and he's certainly a threat out there on the bases as well. A team-high 19 stolen bases in 21 attempts, and I can recall correctly, I believe one of those caught stealings was against Carson-Newman and Carson Cochran back in... No, he was 1 for 1 in stolen bases. Didn't attempt much as Lackey swings at the first pitch and skies it high out toward left field. Ryan Bolton charging in. He ranges to his left and makes the catch. Wainwright hustles back to first base as Bolton makes the catch. 1 pitch to retire Leighton Lackey. 1 left fielder flies out to another for the first out of the third, and now Seth Christmas. This is a Bears team. We said 35 wins this year. They enter the conference tournament trying to make a 2nd consecutive trip to the NCAA tournament. They enter postseason play rated 6th in the latest region rankings sent out by the NCAA on Wednesday. Kaysen checks on Wainwright at first. 3 sack schools were listed. Catawba 2nd, Wingate 4th, LR 6th. Bears right on that cusp, and they need a quality week, you would think, to stay in position. Kaysen comes set. Wainwright has a decent lead, and Kaysen checks on him again at first base. One nothing LR, bottom of the third. 1 away, 1 on for the 3-hitter Seth Christmas, a first-team all-conference player, or 3rd-team all-conference player, takes outside for a ball. This is a really good conference for first basemen. The player of the year, Brandon Crabtree at Catawba, is the reason Logan Floyd wasn't a first-teamer, and the reason Seth Christmas wasn't a first or second-teamer is because of those two. Christmas hit .385 in the regular season, 1-0. High and inside fastball, 2 and no strikes. Christmas hit 9 home runs and drove in 52 runs in the regular season. 25 multi-hit games as well, most on the team. 2-0, runs inside and low as well. Kaysen's command not as strong here in the third as he falls behind on Christmas 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Wainwright a short lead now at first. Christmas may be taking all the way as the pitch is in. It is a strike, and Christmas takes it to see the count go to 3-1. Efficient was Colton Kaysen in that 1-2-3 first. Needed 25 pitches to maneuver through the second. He's needed 13 so far in this third inning as he checks on Wainwright at first. Kaysen's had a challenging sophomore year. Talking with him before his start today. It's not been as smooth of a start. He's battled some arm strains and whatnot. Hasn't been as healthy as he was last year, but healthy enough to pitch throughout the season as he misses well outside. And it's a second walk here in this third inning. Christmas draws a 5-pitch walk, and runners are at first and second for Matt Procopio. Second walk of the game. Kaysen missed a start in late March rather. against Newberry and has pitched in the last 4 weekends. They kept him low in his pitch count last weekend against Wise in preparation for the conference tournament. Now facing this Bears team for the 3rd time in his career, 2nd time this year. First pitch to the cleanup batter, Procopio, is a knee-high strike inside corner. It's 0-1. Last postseason, Kaysen went 137 pitches to go 7 2/3 in the SAC tournament against UVA Wise. 0-1, well outside. Wainwright got an extended secondary lead. Thought the ball was going to get away, it didn't. So he hustles back to second, and it's 1-1. Then in the NCAA tournament, Kaysen went 7 innings of 2-run ball. Just 81 pitches. Eagles pulled him in a 3-run game and ended up losing that game. 1-1. Ground ball sharply to second. Nathan starts the double play, throwing to second for 1. Rodriguez throw back to first. Completes the inning. Both teams turn a pair of double plays. Both clubs had first and third, one away, or runners on base, 2 runners on base in the 3rd innings, but both clubs get double plays. The Eagles turn a 4-6-3 double play. Nathan, Rodriguez, and Floyd turn 2 to toss a 0 for Kaysen in the 3rd. We've played a third of this opening round game of the conference tournament. It's LR 1. It's Carson-Newman 0 as we head to the 4th.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Ron Christopher Stadium, where Carson-Newman trails Lenoir-Rhyne in an early pitcher's duel, 1-0. As we head to the 4th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network, Bradley Soto Diaz will lead off the inning. Carson-Newman is playing in this SAC tournament new format for the 4th straight season since the 2023 postseason began. They've changed to this regional style SAC conference tournament to where you send 4 teams to 2 separate brackets and play a double elimination field as you would in the regionals, as Soto Diaz swings and bounces the first pitch down the line at 3rd foul. It's strike 1. In 2023, Carson-Newman was the 4th seed and lost its opening round game to LR that year. In 2024, the Eagles were the 7th seed and beat 2nd-seeded Coker 8-4 in Hartsville. 0-1 to Soto Diaz, swing and a miss and a changeup inside, and it's strike 2. And then last year, the Eagles went to Hickory, where LR was the 2nd seed. The Eagles were the 3 seed and lost to Wingate 8-1. It's been every other year in this format. They've won the opening round game, and Soto Diaz takes away, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike count. The Eagles are facing Lenoir-Rhyne in the conference tournament for the 4th time in the last 3 seasons. 1-2 from Gradisar. Line drive sharply to 3rd. Diving play by Seth Christmas. Takes a base hit away from Bradley Soto Diaz, and there's 1 away in the 4th. Nice play at the hot corner by Christmas, who was playing several steps off the bag at 3rd. He was giving the line up, and wisely was, because he was in great position to make that diving catch. 1 away, and now the cleanup batter, Tanner Kilgore. Both these teams have made some nice defensive plays for their pitchers in these opening innings. Top of the 4th, 1 away for Kilgore, and he checks his swing and takes a strike anyway. Tanner Kilgore did not play against the Bears in that series on February 20th and 21st. No balls and a strike to the cleanup batter in the DH for the Eagles. Kilgore waits, and Gradisar pitches the slider away. It's 1-1. Efficient work for Kellen Gradisar, just 39 pitches and 30 strikes. Again, just 11 walks and 60-plus innings of work from him. He's a guy that commands the zone well and misses low on that. After that remark, it's 2-1. And so a lot of balls will be put in play. He has struck out 2. More than not, though, the Eagles are going to have to see the ball well and see it well in the zone as Kilgore bounced one off his left foot. He'll walk it off. And it's strike 2. 2-ball, 2-strike count here in the 4th. Nobody aboard, one away in the frame. Gradisar has the sign from Kidder, and 2-2 to Kilgore. Line drive, hit well, out toward softly right, or out toward shallow right. Charging in as Drew Beardy makes the catch. And there is 2 outs on the board now for the 5-hitter Sebastian Rodriguez here in the 4th. The Eagles did eventually get to Kellen Gradisar when these two clubs met back in late February, a game that the Bears won as the series finale 8-4. The Eagles didn't score till the 3rd. And what was a 7-inning game? Rodriguez swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Gradisar did give up a run in the 7th inning as well. Went the distance, 112 pitches for a complete game. 7 hits, 4 runs, a walk, and 6 Ks. The ball's in a strike on Sebastian Rodriguez, who hit one sharply to second, was robbed of a base hit by Stillinger, or by Linkfield, the second baseman, as Gradisar's 0-1 is a strike, and it's 0-2. Kellen Gradisar trying to toss his second 1-2-3 inning. Did it in the second. Now trying to do it by getting Rodriguez here. At the 0-2 to the freshman is outside. He was confident as that pitch seemed to be closer than what Rodriguez thought, but he was very confident, knew it was outside. Once the pitch hit Kidder's glove, it's 1-2. Righty works quickly. The next one to Rodriguez, farther away from the shortstop, and it's 2-2. Gradisar was 8 seconds into the pitch clock there when he offered that one. He gets back on the mound, 8 seconds into the clock now as he winds in the 2-2 home. Off the plate, ball 3. Rodriguez has really good eyes in the strike zone. That's the second time that he has confidently walked away from the plate knowing that's ball 3. From 0-2 to now 3-2. The count on Sebastian Rodriguez with 2 outs in the 4th. The pitch home is fouled back by the shortstop. And so much changes over 2+ months of a regular season. Rodriguez had only played 1 career game when the Eagles and Bears met in February. And so he's getting his first career action against the Bears. Another payoff. Swing and a miss at a changeup low and inside, and the inning's over. Kellen Gradisar stays in a rocking chair for the Bears. His second 1-2-3 inning comes here in the 4th. He gets Rodriguez swinging for his 3rd strikeout of the day. The right-handers tossed 4 scoreless to keep LR ahead 1-0 after 3.5. You're listening to Carson-Newman Baseball at the South Atlantic Conference Tournament on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Colton Kaysen against 5, 6, and 7 of LR's batting order begin this home half of the fourth inning. We told you about Wingate winning in 11 innings against Newberry to open our side of the tournament bracket here in Wingate, North Carolina. On the other side, first-seeded Catawba, top 5 team in the country, takes care of 8-seeded Coker 11-3. That final score. Mars Hill's the 4-seed playing 5th-seeded Lincoln Memorial. That game set to start in Salisbury there shortly as Kaysen has the sign from Cochran in the fourth inning. The home half begins with a pitch outside to Drew Beard for ball 1. Kaysen so far 3 innings, 1-run ball, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts, and 52 pitches. 1-0, swing and a miss. Beard way out in front. Count evens. Beard went down swinging on 3 pitches back in the third. 1-0 game. 3 hits and 4 batters in that second inning to start that frame as YLR leads by a run. 1-1 to the right fielder. Slider across the plate, a second strike, makes it 1-2. Very similar to feel to how the Wingate-Newberry game went earlier today. It was low scoring early, then Newberry came back to take a 4-2 lead. Gave up that lead late as the 1-2 to Beard's outside. It's 2-2. Newberry led 4-2 in the 8th, and Wingate got a 2-out base hit to tie the game, and then they added on to it to lead 5-4 in the 8th. Into the 9th, the Wolves were down to their final 3 outs, tied the game with a solo home run, and then the game went to 11 innings before Wingate finally won as Beard goes down to get a slider and lifts it to left center field where Ryan Bolton tracks it down. Third time Bolton's made a play out in left field, and that's how the fourth inning begins, with a fly out to left to bring Nathan Kidder to the plate. That was a 1-0 game for a while, and then eventually led to a 7-6 walk-off for Wingate. And what was a well-pitched game by first-team all-conference pitcher Chad Harvey and Jacob Clark of Newberry. First pitch to the catcher Kidder is a strike from Colton Kaysen as the right-hander has one away to work with in this fourth inning. Nobody aboard for the Bears. An offense, one of the best in the conference in the regular season. 0-1 runs away and the count evens. LR offensively had the best batting average in the South Atlantic Conference, hitting .341 in the regular season. 1-1 to Kidder. Softly hit toward the mound behind Kaysen. Nathan charging, barehanding, throw to first. What a play from Cole Nathan on the run. As he lost his ball cap, he had to sprint after the baseball. His only choice was to barehand. He did and threw out Kidder. 2 away. Well, Carson-Newman defensively has been one of the best in the conference, and there was a couple of players specifically on that right side of Carson-Newman's infield that thought they were robbed of gold gloves. Carson Cochran, the only Eagle to earn a gold glove this year, but Nathan and Floyd at the right side of that Eagle defense have been outstanding all year. As Stillinger grounds one sharply to second. Nathan moves to his right, throws to first. Innings over. Speaking of those two, they connect. Nathan and Floyd do for consecutive 4-3 putouts to help Kaysen toss his second 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Kaysen's second 1-2-3 inning keeps Carson-Newman within a run. It's 1-0 LR. After 4 innings, we head to the 5th. Nathan leads us off when we come back.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We head to the top of the 5th inning, 6, 7, and 8 for Carson-Newman to bat against Kellen Granasar for the second time. 1-0 Bears as we get ready to begin this top of the 5th inning. To continue on that thought before Cole Nathan and the Eagles quickly ended that 4th inning, Nathan and Floyd were two of the Eagles that thought they had Gold Glove worthy seasons. The conference coaches did not agree with that, and that added some fuel to the fire for those two, especially Nathan and even Floyd too. Floyd was hoping to be a first teamer, wasn't that? And he certainly has showed up so far in the first two at-bats, and especially disagreeing with not winning a Gold Glove as Nathan fouls the first pitch of the inning back at strike one. And then Cole Nathan not being an all-conference player after making it last year, did not make it this year, and thought he could get a Gold Glove as well. Two players for Carson-Newman that have a chip on their shoulder this postseason after being snubbed from a pair of lists, as the 0-1 breaking ball is an outside corner strike from Gradisar to Nathan, and it's 0-2. Nathan's seen 5 pitches, all strikes from Gradisar. He sent him down looking on 3 pitches in the second inning, and he's 1 pitch away from doing it again here to start the 5th. The righty gets into his windup. The 0-2 to Cole Nathan is grounded softly toward third. Christmas charging after it, and he touches it foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The count on Nathan as the scoreboard changes to no balls and 3 strikes. And they'll have to readjust that. Nathan Smith Cochran for Carson-Newman. The Eagles have just 2 hits. Both infield base hits to the shortstop Procopio by Floyd in the first and by Cochran in the third. Nathan getting his second at-bat of the opening round here against Gradisar to begin the 5th inning. Righty Gradisar has just thrown 52 pitches, and now 53rd gets Nathan swinging. 4 strikeouts for Kellen Gradisar, 2 on Nathan, and there's 1 away for Braxton Smith. Gradisar very efficient for the Bears for a pitcher that's pitched in the series finale all season long. So he's pitched in the 7-inning game all season for LR. Pitching in this 9-inning game and has worked well thanks to this low pitch count and efficiency as he misses away to Braxton Smith. 54 pitches, 40 strikes from Kellen Gradisar to Carson-Newman through 4 1/3. Smith waits for a 1-0 and takes a strike. Gradisar has lived in the strike zone. It's forced Carson-Newman to put the ball in play. The Eagles have. They've hit it hard a few times. The defense behind Gradisar has been good so far as the 1-1 to Smith is low and away. 4-2. Gradisar ended the regular season on great notes as he winds for a 2-1, and Smith goes down and swings and chases at a slider. It's 2-2. Just 1 run allowed by Gradisar in his last 14 innings of work in the regular season. Only 4 runs in his final 21. 2-2 on the way to Smith. Fastball by him, swinging strike 3, and there's 2 outs in the 5th inning for Carson Cochran. Gradisar has struck out the last 3 Carson-Newman hitters he's faced. We are 1 hour into this baseball game. There's 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning of a 1-0 game. These 2 teams played 13-10, 6-4, and 8-4 finals back in February. Low scoring right now as Carson Cochran takes fastball away. It's 1-0. Only a couple of teams have been able to really hit around Kellen Gradisar this year. His fewest innings of work, 2 against Mars Hill, 3 1/3 against Catawba. That was early in the year as Cochran swings behind a fastball. Since giving up 7 runs against Catawba, Gradisar's last 8 starts have been starts in which he's allowed 3 runs or less. 1-1. Cochran takes inside and low. It's ball 2. Carson-Newman is actually the only team to score, or one of 2 teams, Eagles and Catawba, the only 2 teams to score 4 runs or more against the right-hander as Cochran bounces one foul on a 2-2, or rather on a 2-1 pitch. And the count is now 2-2. So far, the Eagles haven't been able to solve what Gradisar has done on the mound in efficient work. He has retired since that inning-ending double play in the 3rd. He has retired 6 straight. He's punched out the last 3 Eagles. The 2-2 to Cochran's grounded sharply to 3rd. Christmas waits on the second hop, sets his feet, launches the ball across the diamond right to Mackenzie Wainwright. And the 5th inning is over. 7 straight sent down by Kellen Gradisar. Keeps it a 1-0 game. Him and Kaysen trading zeros. We've played 4.5. And LR still leads by a run. It's 1-0 as we head to the home half of the 5th after these messages. This is Carson-Newman Baseball at the SAC Tournament on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back at Ron Christopher Stadium, where 21st ranked and 3rd seeded Lenoir-Rhyne leads Carson-Newman 1-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network. 4 innings of 1-run ball from Colton Kaysen so far, 61 pitches to do so. 1, 2, 3, first and 4th innings, 10-pitch first inning, 9-pitch 4th inning for the right-hander, and that double play ball that helped him get out of the 3rd inning is what's kept this a 1-0 game here on the Eagles Sports Network. He'll face Connor Linkfield to begin this home half of the 5th. Linkfield, the 8 hitter in the order, waits on the first pitch of the inning, and Kaysen fires in a fastball low for ball 1. 62 pitches, 39 strikes for the right-hander Kaysen, who is an all-conference player for the 2nd straight year, all-conference pitcher for the 2nd straight season. Right-hander gets into his motion, lifts the left leg, and the 1-0 to Linkfield's a slider across the plate for a strike. It's the 15th straight year, rather 11th straight year, that Carson-Newman has multiple players on an all-conference team. Kaysen, Floyd, Soto Diaz, all conference players, all second teamers, as the 1-1 to Linkfield's a strike waist high, delayed home plate call from the home plate umpire. But it is a strike and it's 1-2. The righty Kaysen was the first Carson-Newman pitcher to earn all conference honors in consecutive seasons since Vince Apicella. 1-2 to Linkfield. He checked his swing at a slider away and he held back his check swing. It's 2-2. Kaysen had an All-American caliber season as a freshman and then did things this year that he didn't do last year. That was put together complete game shutouts and did them 1 month apart in late February and late March in conference play. The 2-2 to Linkfield is popped up foul into the seats, and it stays a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Kaysen has talked about how he has had to make some adjustments throughout a game and even each start because of all the film and tendencies that teams have picked up over now 27 career starts, this being his 28th. He's had to make adjustments throughout the year, not being able to face some of the same hitters and teams for the first time. As a 2-2 pitch is a bouncing ball to short. Rodriguez waits on the last top, throws across the diamond, and retires Linkfield. Good play there by the freshman Rodriguez. And since the double play, Kaysen has retired 5 straight. And there's one away in inning 5 for the 9-hitter Trent Murchison. Kaysen was talking about his high strikeout numbers against ranked teams when he faced a ranked LR team for the first time in his career last April. He struck out 12 LR batters for what was one of the best offenses a year ago, and a club that broke LR in the Division II record for home runs in a season. A year ago, Kaysen was terrific in that start, and he said when he faces some of the better teams, that focus level just has to be a little bit more than what it is normally. You have to turn an extra switch on as the 1-0 to Murchison runs inside, nearly hit the center fielder, and he takes for ball 2. Not that he said his focus levels are any different depending on who you face. But you just have to have an extra little something to you, is how he put it, as he misses with a third pitch to Murchison at 3-0 now. When you're facing these hitters, especially the likes of Mackenzie Wainwright and Matt Procopio and Seth Christmas, among several others in the conference that have the ability to change a game with one swing. 3-0 to Murchison. He takes inside for ball 4. 4-pitch walk by Colton Kaysen breaks up a stretch where he had retired 5 in a row. A base runner for the Bears with 1 away for Mackenzie Wainwright. And Wainwright is one of those guys with a runner on base, a long ball. And he's hit 14 of this year, a long ball at a place here at Ron Christopher Stadium where the ball travels well. Can make this a 3-0 game and really change how this game is looked at and played. 1-0 Bears as Kaysen checks on Murchison at first. Wind has been blowing in, but Newberry hit some balls earlier today. They hit 4 home runs for their 5 hits in that loss. They crushed some balls through the wind. That is gusting up to 15 miles per hour today as Kaysen again picks to first. And so these clubs in what is a very good 4 teams in this pod, a lot of good offense as well, can certainly leave the yard as Wainwright swings well behind a fastball for strike 1. Very late swing on an inside heater. No balls in a strike. Wainwright 0 for 1. Drew a 3rd inning walk and was left at second base in that inning because of the double play ball. Kaysen sets for an 0-1, and the pitch is away for a ball. Carson-Newman defensively has been able to limit runners from stealing because of Carson Cochran's ability behind the plate. He has the highest caught stealing percentage in the league and the second most caught stealing throwdowns in the league this year. 1-1 set. Kaysen pitches to Wainwright. Slider hits softly toward the first base side. Kaysen's only play is a flip to first. He does that successfully. The one-hand flip to Floyd for a 1-3 putout. There's 2 away as Murchison moves to second base for Leighton Lackey. Soft contact there forced by Kaysen as that inside slider jammed Wainwright. 2 away, a runner at second base for Leighton Lackey, who's flown out twice in his first 2 appearances to the plate against Colton Kaysen. The left-handed hitter, the second batter in this LR lineup. One of 3 lefties as Murchison gets his lead, and now the first pitch to Lackey as a strike on the outside corner. Leighton Lackey, first season with the Bears, redshirt junior, transfer from Augusta, Georgia, 5'8" junior. Hit .321 in the regular season. 0-1. Inside and low. Count evens at a ball and a strike. 1-0 game. LR has 3 hits. They all came in the second inning. And that's when the game's only run was scored on an Andrew Stillinger RBI single. Kaysen's 1-1 to Lackey is a knee-high strike, and he's ahead on Lenoir-Rhyne's outfielder with 2 away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 5th. Kaysen trying to strand a Bears runner. They've left some on so far. 1-2. Ground ball, softly foul, first base side. Good speed with Trent Murchison at second base as well. Speedy center fielder will score on a base hit with him running on all contact. With 2 outs in the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lackey's fouled 1 off to stay alive. 2 away in the inning. Murchison drew a 1-out walk. He's moved to second on a ground out. Kaysen trying to keep it a 1-0 game as he pitches a 1-2 to Lackey, and it's fouled off toward the Eagles' dugout, first base side. Good crowds on hand for both teams for this Friday evening affair. LR has the shorter trip than Carson-Newman does. The Eagles crowd has showed up for this opening round affair. Kaysen sets for another 1-2. The pitch home to Lackey is a swing and a miss. Colton Kaysen has his 3rd strikeout, and the Bears strand a 4th runner on base. Good work by the sophomore righty to toss a scoreless 5th. That's 3 straight scoreless innings from Kaysen to keep Carson-Newman within a run. It's 1-0 in a pitcher's duel in the opening round of the conference tournament. 1-0 LR after 5 innings here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
1-0 as Carson-Newman will bring 9-1-2 to the plate against All-Sac second-team pitcher Kellen Gradisar, who has thrown 5 scoreless innings for the Bears here on the Eagles Sports Network. 63 pitches through 5 innings for Gradisar. Just 2 hits and 5 strikeouts, no walks as well. He has only allowed 2 hits, and both hits are infield base hits to the shortstop. Granted, they were hard hit balls, and the Eagles have hit the ball hard against the right-hander, but they have not recorded a base hit into the outfield of this game so far. Ryan Bolton will lead things off for Carson-Newman. He's hit safely in 3 straight entering this postseason contest, and he'll try to get things rolling for the Eagles here in the 6th inning. First pitch of the frame is a breaking ball across the plate for a called strike. 64 pitches, 47 strikes from Gradisar. He went the distance, 7 innings against Carson-Newman back in February as the 0-1 to Bolton is another breaking ball. This one dips below the knees, and it's 1-1. He threw as many as 114 pitches in that start, so in this 9-inning game, Adam Skinicki, the 4th-year head coach for Lenoir-Rhyne, is going to ride his All-Sac second-teamer as long as he can probably. The 1-1 runs away, and it's 2-1. The Bears have had kind of a revolving door for who has been their second and third and starters in weekend series this year. Gradisar has been the most consistent as Bolton takes inside, and from 0-1, it's now 3-1. Gradisar has been the only guy to start in every weekend series, and he gets the ball in this opening round and has delivered so far, but he's behind on Bolton at 3-1 as the junior righty fires in a 3-1 pitch that's bounced to short. Procopio attacks the ball, throws to first, and Bolton is retired. Since that inning-ending double play when Carson-Newman had first and third in the 3rd inning, they get hit into a double play. Counting those 2 outs, or counting that out on the batter retired, Gradisar has retired 8 straight since getting Gibson to bounce into that double play as the junior righty faces the junior first baseman Logan Floyd, who is 1 for 2. First pitch to Floyd here in the 6th inning with 1 away is a called strike on the outer edge. In this game overall, there's only been 1 hit since the 2nd inning. That was a 3rd inning infield hit by Carson Cochran. 0-1. Grounder foul into the screen, and Gradisar's ahead 0-2. A game right now with good pitching and good defense. For 2 offenses, and especially LR that's had such a fantastic year. It's been about what Gradisar and the defense behind him has done. The 0-2 to Floyd. Line drive, right field. This ball is sinking in. Drew Beard dives and makes the catch. 2 away. Floyd robbed of a base hit. A diving stop by Beard to rob Floyd of a base hit. If that gets by the right fielder, Floyd has a triple. At the very least, a double, but Beard makes the diving catch on a risky play. And there's 2 away for Aiden Gibson. That is outstanding work defensively by Drew Beard. He had a great beat on that baseball. And robs Floyd of a base hit with 1 away. And now there's 2 outs for Aiden Gibson here in the 6th inning. 9 straight sent down by Gradisar as he faces Gibson and gets him to foul off the first pitch. Biggest thing head coach Tom Griffin and any baseball coach will talk about, don't give away any freebies. And Gradisar has not done that. No hit by pitches, no walks. 0-1 to Gibson across the plate. A slider is strike 2. Junior righty has been in command of the zone. He's worked ahead all evening long. No balls and 2 strikes. Gibson's fallen behind. He's 0 for 2 in the game, and he takes his breaking ball into the turf. It's 1-2. Gibson trying to reach base safely in a 9th straight game. Can he get something kick-started in the 6th inning? The 2-out pitch is grounded sharply right to Procopio at short. He gathers it in, throws to first, inning over. The 6th inning begins with a 6-3 groundout, and it ends with one as well. Kellen Gradisar has retired 10 straight Eagle hitters to keep this advantage for the Bears at 1-0. Kaysen trying to respond with another 0 as we've been scoreless for 7 straight half innings. The only run in the game is by LR in the home half of the 2nd inning. 1-0 as we head to the home half of the 6th on the Eagles Sports Network.
City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Lenoir-Rhyne will send its 3, 4, and 5 hitters to the plate against Colton Kaysen. And a 1-0 game on the Eagles Sports Network. The Bears in the 2nd inning got a leadoff base hit by Matt Procopio, then a strikeout of Drew Beard, and then Nathan Kidder and Andrew Stillinger went back-to-back with 2-strike singles against Kaysen. Stillinger scored the game's only run. It's 1-0 in the 6th inning as Christmas swings at the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1 on pitch 81 from Colton Kaysen. Sophomore righty has been a groove himself. He's walked one guy to break up a stretch where he's retired the last 7. Swing and a miss by Christmas at a breaking ball in the turf is 0-2. If you take away the walk, Kaysen has retired 7 straight since that inning-ending double play in the 3rd. He's retired 7 of his last 8 hitters faced. That 9-hitter walk to Murchison with 1 out in the 5th inning as Christmas bounces one softly to 3rd. Gibson charging it on the infield grass, throws low. Floyd gathers, outmade. Nice play by Aiden Gibson. He's been busy at 3rd. That's his 4th putout of the day, and there's one away in the 6th inning. 8 of the last 9 have been retired by Kaysen. One away for the cleanup batter, Matt Procopio. LR's only hits were in a 4-batter stretch in the 2nd inning. They have none since against the reigning All-American Colton Kaysen. First pitch to Procopio, a fastball runs inside for ball 1. Pretty fair command from Kaysen, 84 pitches, 53 strikes, but in comparison to Gradisar's, it's not the same. 1-0 to Christman, or rather Procopio runs away from Cochran. It's 2-0. Nobody aboard. Gradisar, through 6 scoreless, has found the zone 54 times in 75 pitches. Very efficient as he works and will work into the 7th inning. But will the advantage be more than just a run? 2-0 pitch to Procopio is a swing and a miss at a fastball for strike 1. Colton Kaysen trying to keep up with Kellen Gradisar in this opening round game of the conference tournament. Winner goes to the winner's bracket. The 2-1 to Procopio is a fastball for a strike. Waist high to the shortstop for LR. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes as the sun peaks back out here at Ron Christopher Stadium. Mid-60s baseball here in early May as the 2-2 home is a foul ball. Procopio went down and just barely chopped at a breaking ball to stay alive. Carson-Newman's coaching staff watching on. Jason White, the closest one to the left side of the dugout on the first base side. Head coach Tom Griffin next to him as they watch on and see Kaysen miss with a fastball away. It's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Procopio, the batter, the cleanup hitter for the Bears. Facing Colson Kaysen for the 3rd time. The 3-2. Outside on a fastball, and it's the 4th walk by Colton Kaysen. He'll face Drew Beard now. Well, that's a walk number that you rarely see with Kaysen. His career high for walks in a game was 6 against this LR lineup, or check that, 6 against the Catawba lineup on March 7th. This is just the 2nd time in his career he's walked 4 or more in a game this year. He's now walked 21 batters this season, walked all of 20, or only 20 last year. First pitch to Beard, grounded sharply to 3rd. Gibson trying to start the double play, throws to 2nd for 1, back to 1st. Not in time. There is replay review. Carson Cochran, among others in the infield, asking Carson-Newman to challenge that play, and they thought they had the double play, and let's see, was there a challenge initiated by Carson-Newman? Carson-Newman will challenge the safe call at first base. Aiden Gibson started the double play by throwing to Cole Nathan at 2nd for the 1st out, which is a guaranteed out. And now the Eagles will challenge whether Drew Beard beat out the throw to first base. Felt like it was pretty bang-bang at first base. Carson-Newman and Lenoir-Rhyne each get 2 challenges. And so the Eagles feel like this is a necessary situation to use one. Carson Cochran, among others, in the infield right away signaling to the dugout to check that play. And so the Eagles will challenge it here. The 3 umpires, or 2 of the umpires, have come together in front of the mound, and they are using a walkie-talkie to talk to the 4th umpire, which is in the press box here at Ron Christopher Stadium, and he's the one looking at the replay review here in this 6th inning. The replay review does not come from the regular Flow Sports video feed for those potentially watching and listening here on the Eagles Sports Network, watching Wingate's feed while listening here on the Eagles Sports Network. So those feeds, or that feed, is not what the replay review is, and whatever angles they have. Wingate has an aware system with several cameras, and several Carson-Newman opponents this year have had this. It's an aware system with several cameras lined up on first base, third base dugouts, behind home. The cameras are in a bunch of places to be able to get all the angles necessary to get calls and make replays effective. So you have several angles, and most of the time the reviews can determine calls of this nature. And out our safe call at first base is what Carson-Newman is challenging here in this 6th inning. The inning will either be over, or there will be 2 outs for the 6th hitter, Nathan Kidder, in this 6th inning. Replay continues to look things over, and the 2 umpires, 2 of the 3 umpires, are talking it over on the walkie-talkie in front of the mound. Colton Kaysen has the best idea what that conversation is as he's near the mound. He's asking if he can throw a couple warm-up pitches. The umpires move out of the way for him, but Colton will just stand there and wait, as will all of Carson-Newman's fielders. They've not left their positions, anticipating that the inning may continue. 1-0 LR. A run in the 2nd inning is the only run scored in this game so far. Kellen Gradisar, Colton Kaysen have been trading zeros all evening long. Conversation continues for the call at first base, and Carson-Newman has lost the challenge. Head coach Tom Griffin, I think, wants an explanation from what the replay review potentially saw. So Drew Beard beats out the play at first base. It's a fielder's choice, so he's at first for Nathan Kidder. And really the significance of it is that Carson-Newman now has just 1 challenge left. You keep your challenges, or your challenge. If you win it, you lose it if you don't win it. 2 away for Nathan Kidder. First pitch to the catcher's a swing and a miss at a fastball. It's strike 1. 92 pitches for Colton Keeson. Pitching into this 6th inning. Trying to toss a 4th straight 0. 0-1 set, the pitch to Kidder. Fastball waist high at strike 2. Outside of the 4 walks, 2 of which came in a 3-batter stretch in the 3rd, Keeson's command has been pretty good. He's held this potent LR offense in check. The 0-2 to Kidder is popped up foul behind first. Never had a chance to stay in the field of play as it lands in the parking lot for a foul ball, and it count stays 0-2 on Nathan Kidder. 1 for 2. It's the All-SAC first-team catcher, Nathan Kidder. Keeson sets for an 0-2. Beard gets a short lead. He now takes off. Kidder bounces one sharply to third. Gibson to his left to field it cleanly. His throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. The bottom of the 6th inning started with an Aiden Gibson putout, and it ends with one as well. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Bears leave a 5th runner on base. It is still 1-0 Lenoir-Rhyne after 6 innings in this opening round game. Can Carson-Newman offensively break through against Kellen Gradisar? We'll find out as he goes to work for the 7th inning after this.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most. Kellen Gradisar's dealing for Lenoir-Rhyne, 6 scoreless with 5 Ks and 75 pitches to keep the Bears in front by a 1-0 tally here on the Eagles Sports Network. Bradley Soto Diaz will be Carson-Newman's leadoff batter in this 7th inning. We'll try to do some reverse jinxing here for Carson-Newman fans listening in. The Eagles have not been shut out in the conference tournament since 2018, April 29th, 2018. Number 3 seeded Carson-Newman was shut out by top seeded Catawba 7-0 in a contest played at Smokies Stadium that season. As Soto Diaz lines the first pitch sharply to third. Christmas catches a low throw out of the air for out number 1. That is the 2nd time that Soto Diaz in a row now has lined out to Christmas at third. 1 away on 1 pitch, and now Tanner Kilgore. Overall, since 1991, Carson-Newman has only been shut out on 2 occasions at the conference tournament. 3 occasions at the conference tournament. The one against Catawba, again in 2011 against Catawba, a game at Forest City, North Carolina, as Kilgore takes a strike. And then in Carson-Newman's first ever SAC tournament game on April 18th, 1991, the Bears shut out the Eagles 5-0 in Boiling Springs, North Carolina, as Kilgore swings over top of a changeup, and he is behind quickly 0-2. Gradisar is absolutely dealing for the Bears on the mound. 0-1, or rather 0-2 pitch, runs low to Kilgore. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kilgore has flew out twice to right field in his first 2 plate appearances. Swinging a foul tip at the plate, stays alive as Kidder can't hold on. Gradisar has retired 11 straight Carson-Newman batters. The Eagles haven't had a runner on base since Logan Floyd reached by a fielding error in the 3rd. Kilgore batting with nobody on and 1 out. The 1-2 grounded sharply to short. Procopio fields it cleanly, sets his feet. Crow hops, throws to first, and there's 2 away just like that in the 7th inning. 12 in a row sent down by Kellen Gradisar. Oh, how that double play ball in the 3rd inning changed this game. Carson-Newman had its best chance, and really its only good chance to score First and third, one out, and Gradisar got an inning-ending double play, and he's not allowed a base runner since. Sebastian Rodriguez trying to change that. First pitch, fastball inside corner, a strike at the waist on the 82nd pitch from Gradisar. We talked about Nathan and Floyd being upset about their selections or not selections to a team, or all defense. That's Gradisar's changeup's the second strike to Rodriguez. It's 0-2. Gradisar's probably feeling the same way. One of the top pitchers in the league, most complete games. And he's had a great season. He was a second-team all-conference pick. 0-2 to Rodriguez, well away. It's 1-2 now. This time of the year, you run into those situations where guys feel and have some extra motivation depending on how the league coaches pick them on all conference teams or not. The 1-2 to Rodriguez hit sharply down the right field line. It hooks foul. Would have been extra bases, but it hooked just right of the right field line, and the count stays 1-2. Carson-Newman has not had a base runner since the third inning. Eagles have only had 3 runners all day, 2 hits and an error. Gradisar, a long look indicator. Pitch clock down to 1. He's got to step off. Disengagement number 1 by Gradisar as the home plate umpire has stepped out of his stance to notify the batter and pitcher of that. And now Gradisar can go back to work. Pitch clock already down to 10. I don't think it reset there before the home plate umpire had stepped in front. It's down to 4, and now the umpires are calling for time as the pitch clock had rolled all the way down to less than 5 seconds before Gradisar had still even looked for the sign and got it from Kidder, and I think that's why the umpires are coming together here. The home plate umpire had stepped out of his stance behind the catcher to notify the pitcher and batter of the first disengagement. And now they're discussing things over in front of the mound. And they're going to say there is a violation on Kellen Gradisar. So Rodriguez will be given an extra ball to work with. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. A violation on Gradisar, the pitcher. So instead of a 1-ball, 2-strike count, the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Junior righty has the sign, and the pitch to Rodriguez is a swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove, and Gradisar has his 6th strikeout. He has retired 13 straight Carson-Newman batters. The Eagles have just 3 runners in the game and haven't had one since the 3rd inning. But the deficit is just 1-0 as we head to the home half of the 7th inning here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Just 1 run has been scored in this game. That was a 2nd inning run by Lenoir-Rhyne. The Bears since have not recorded a hit. All 3 of Lenoir-Rhyne's hits are in the 2nd inning, in which they've scored the game's only run. The Bears will send 7, 8, and 9 to the plate against Colton Kaysen in this 7th inning. Andrew Stillinger, Connor Linkfield, and Trent Murchison, the bottom 3 hitters, 2 lefties, part of this stretch. Against Colton Kaysen, who has gone 6 innings of 1-run ball with 3 strikeouts on 95 pitches. Right-hander's first one to Stillinger is an inside corner pitch for a strike. Kaysen's pitched in the 7-inning game all year of those weekend series, so no different to have him going back out there for a 7th inning of work. 0-1. Fires in a second strike. He's worked ahead on Stillinger, who is 1 for 2. Stillinger's got the game's only RBI. RBI single on a 2-strike pitch in the second inning to score Matt Procopio. 0-2. Ball into the turf well low on pitch 98 from Kaysen. Again, it's been a challenging year for the sophomore. He's battled through an arm injury this season, but has only missed 1 start. Nearing pitch 100. Here's 99 on a 1-2, and Stillinger did not go around. Boy, oh boy, it looked like he was well in front of the plate with his checked swing and a slider toward his feet, but he was not hit by the pitch, and he did not go around on a check swing. 2-ball, 2-strike count to begin this 7th inning, bottom half, and a 1-0 LR advantage. Pitch 100 from Colton Kaysen is a 2-2 grounded back toward the mound, gets past him and goes to Cole Nathan near second. He fields and throws to first in time to retire Stillinger. Kaysen had a chance there. Wasn't quick enough with his glove to get it back toward the front of his body to catch that chopper back up the middle, but Nathan was positioned well to range over to make the play. 1 away. And here comes the 8-hitter Connor Linkfield. The second baseman has sit safely in 4 straight games, but is 0 for 2 in this one. A lot of groundouts for Colton Kaysen in this game now. 11 groundouts for the 19 outs he has recorded. First pitch to Linkfield as the slider across the plate on pitch 101 from Colton Kaysen. The most in a start for him this year, 128 against third-ranked Catawba on March 7th. 0-1. Line drive through the left side, a base hit. Linkfield has a 5-game hitting streak with a line drive single here with 1 out in the 7th inning, and that is LR's first base hit since the 3rd inning, or since the 2nd inning, rather. 4th hit of the day for the Bears. Brings Trent Murchison to the plate. LR's offense has not really been in many small ball scenarios this season. Wonder if Trent Murchison's asked to place down a sac bunt here to get a runner over in a 1-0 game for Mackenzie Wainwright. He's next as Murchison does show bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Murchison can't believe it either. It's an LR team that has just 21 sacrifice bunts this year. Murchison has 4. Second most on the team. 0-1. Well away. Cochran, nice scoop with his glove on a pitch that was away to the lefty Murchison. It's 1-1. Murchison drew a 5th inning walk against Kaysen, one of 4 that the righty is in this game. Runner takes off, pitches low for a ball. Throw down to second is late. And a stolen base for Connor Linkfield, his 2nd stolen base of the year. He moves into scoring position with 1 out on a pitch that was ball 2. It looked like it was almost right down the middle, but it was called ball 2. So now Kaysen back to work as LR has moved a runner in scoring position for the first time since the 3rd inning. 2-1. High fastball. It's 3-1. Brock Culpepper is throwing for Carson-Newman, a right-hander in the Eagles bullpen, as Kaysen's pitch count has surpassed the century mark as he pitches into this 7th inning in a 1-run game. 3 balls and 1 strike, the set for the sophomore. He looks at second and now pitches. Swing and a miss. Murchison behind the heater, and the count is full. Figure Kaysen's going to keep the ball in his hands if this game stays 1-0 to get through this 7th inning. Only way the Eagles pull him, I think, in this inning is if the Bears extend this lead and get a couple more hits. Payoff to Murchison. Ball 4 away. First and second, 1 out for Mackenzie Wainwright. Murchison's drawn a 2nd walk against Kaysen. That's 5 walks now by the sophomore in the game. 2 on, 1 out. Been such a well-pitched game by both teams that Jason White is making the game's first mound visit here in this 6th inning. 2 on and 1 out. Brock Culpepper continues to throw. Kaysen's up to 107 pitches. And he is going to get a chat with his pitching coach here on the mound. The infield has joined in on this conversation as Kaysen is maybe going to have a chance to pitch through this LR lineup for a fourth time. He has gotten Wainwright to ground out twice. Coach White looking toward the bullpen. I think maybe the day could be over for Kaysen. Let's see here, though. Coach White continues to look at Brock Culpepper, but no signal has been made, and Coach White will stick with Colton Kaysen here in this 7th inning. Again, Eagles all-conference pitcher has been through many moments in these situations. Last postseason at the NCAA and conference tournament had starts of 7 2/3 in 7 innings. Through 6 1/3 right now, trying to keep Carson-Newman within a run in the opening round game of this conference tournament. Facing a All-American caliber player in Mackenzie Wainwright, who takes inside for ball 1. Wainwright has hit safely in 5 straight games to end his regular season, but is 0 for 2 in this game against Kaysen. 2 on, 1 out, the 1-0 to Wainwright. Low away, ball 2. Kaysen 1 walk away from matching his career and season high for walks in a start. He walked 6 earlier this year against third-ranked Catawba. He's fallen behind 2 balls and no strikes on Mackenzie Wainwright. The 2-0 to Wainwright. Line drive towards center field. Smith after it. It splits the gap in the outfield for extra bases. LR's made it a 2-0 game. Smith gets it back into the infield for Nathan. Here comes a throw to the plate. Great throw by Nathan. He tags out the runner. Does Carson Cochran for the out at the plate. Wainwright moves to third. It's 2-0, but what a relay. Smith to Nathan to Cochran to get the runner Murchison at home. Linkfield scored on the play on Wainwright's double. And then Nathan with a laser of a throw home to get Trent Murchison on the relay. Keeps this a 2-0 game rather than a 3-0 game. It's a 9-4-2 relay. Great tag by Cochran at the plate. Wainwright's double. And he advances to third on that throw. Has made it 2-0. And now with 2 away, it's Leighton Lackey. Bears have extended their advantage, though, as Kaysen goes to work against Lackey with 2 outs and misses inside for a ball. Good job by Carson to get that ball in quickly. First extra base hit of the game by Wainwright here in the 7th. 1 ball, no strikes. The set by Kaysen. The pitch to Lackey is an inside corner fastball, and it missed. 2 balls and no strikes. Kaysen has now thrown 112 pitches out on the mound, trying to grind through this 7th inning. 2-0 set for the righty. He lifts and fires to Lackey, a changeup outside for a ball, 3-0. Frustration looming from Carson-Newman's dugout as well, as Kaysen has been right around the zone but not in it in this sequence to Lackey. Now the 3-0. Fastball in there for a called strike. Lackey is 0 for 3. A couple of flyouts in his first 2 at-bats and then struck out in the 5th. A base hit can extend LR's lead to 3-0. The 3-1 to Lackey. Sharply foul up the first base side. The count is full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-0 LR. They've added a run in this 7th inning. Can Kaysen limit the damage? The payoff to Lackey. Did he go around? Yes, he did. A foul tip as he checked his swing as well. And Kaysen has a 4th strikeout to get through a 7th inning. The sophomore grinds through 7 innings. He does allow a run in that frame, but ends it by striking out Lackey to end the frame. A run on 2 hits, no errors. Wainwright left at third. The Bears have extended their lead for Kellen Gradisar. It is 2-0 after 7 innings in this opening round game between 3rd-seeded Lenoir-Rhyne and 6th-seeded Carson-Newman here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Another opportunity for Carson-Newman's offense to try to break through against Kellen Gradisar. 7 scoreless for Gradisar. He has retired 13 straight Carson-Newman batters since getting an inning-ending double play in the third inning. This is a Carson-Newman offense that for the entire month of April has recorded at least 7 hits in a game in all of April. Last time Carson-Newman had 6 hits or fewer was just 5 in an extra innings win against Newberry in late March as Cole Nathan takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Carson-Newman's fewest hits in a game are 4, all the way back in Game 4 this season against Cedarville, a 4-3 win. A 1 to Nathan. Line drive, center field. There's a base hit for Carson-Newman. Gradisar had retired 13 straight until Cole Nathan's 1-strike leadoff single here in the 8th inning. That is Carson-Newman's 3rd hit and first base runner since the 3rd. And now Braxton Smith tries to keep things rolling. Remember, Gradisar is doing something he's never done in his career or this season. That's pitch into an 8th inning. He's been the 7-inning guy all year in the series and weekend series. Even if that pitch counts at 89 right now, he is not pitched into an 8th inning. Smith takes away for ball 1. 2-0 Bears. Carson-Newman has just 3 hits, but they've only limited LR to just 5 hits. The Eagles have not been able to break through. They have their 4th base runner of the game at first base here in the 8th with nobody out. Smith waits on a 1-0 and takes it away. A slider misses, 2 balls and no strikes. The Bears do have 2 right-handers loosening in the bullpen, which is beyond left field. Smith is 0 for 2. A soft ground out back to the pitcher in the 3rd, and a strikeout in the 5th. Ground ball sharply foul third base side. It's 2-1. Carson-Newman has been shut out just once this season. That was against Lincoln Memorial in the first conference game of this season. Carson-Newman lost 2-0. Only time this year the Eagles have been on the wrong side of a shutout in 2026. 2-1 set for Gradisar. He pitches to the center fielder Smith, and Smith takes a second strike. It's 2-2. Carson-Newman's crowd positioned on the first base line behind the netting and the bleachers behind that part as well, and just shaded to the right behind home plate. Express their displeasure as Smith sees the count even up. 2 balls, 2 strikes on number 2 Smith as Nathan dives back to first safely. Gradisar has a really quick and decisive pickoff move to first base. Carson-Newman's not had many runners, but they have not had great leads at first because of Gradisar's quick move over there. 2-2 home to Smith. Fastball outside for ball 3. Smith sees his at-bat continue. Three balls, 2 strikes. Tying run, and Braxton Smith is batting here in the 8th. Nobody out. Ethan singled to begin the inning. Gradisar sets for a payoff, but throws to first to check on Nathan again. Carson Cochran's on deck. He has a base hit in this game, although actually it's Matt Bishop on deck. He's grabbed a bat and is going to pinch hit here in the 8th. 3-2 from Gradisar to Smith. Line drive, base hit into center field. Carson-Newman has back-to-back singles here in the 8th inning. Smith drives a 3-2 single to center, and Carson-Newman has brought the go-ahead run to the base, or to the plate, and the tying run on base here in the 8th inning. And Carson Cochran will come to the plate for Carson-Newman. And what is a sack bunt opportunity, the Eagles will turn to their Gold Glove catcher and keep him in the game here. Time called by Lenoir-Rhyne, and the Bears will have their first visit on the mound with nobody out here in the 8th inning. It is associate head coach Micah Baumfeld out to chat with Kellen Gradisar, who has given up back-to-back singles to center field in this 8th inning by Cole Nathan and Braxton Smith. 7 scoreless for Kellen Gradisar, but Carson-Newman now has as many hits as it did in its first 7 innings to start this 8th inning with back-to-back hits. And the Eagles now have the go-ahead run on, or the go-ahead run coming to the plate, rather, with a tying run on in this 8th inning. Again, Bears have 2 right-handers loosening, and they have 2 all-conference right-handers they can turn to that were named all-conference relievers in the postseason awards that were announced yesterday afternoon. Michael Burnley was a 3rd-team all-conference reliever, or rather Jack Renaud was a 3rd-team all-conference reliever, and Preston Travis was a 2nd-team all-conference reliever. Gradisar sets first pitch to Cochran, bunted first base side. Wainwright throws to first with a late reaction. He had faked a throw to second, but then last second changed his mind, went to first. Cochran places down his league-leading 8th sack bunt. And runners go to second and third for Ryan Bolton. Nathan to third, Smith to second, and now Carson-Newman's best chance to score comes now. Time called. Trey Miller is requesting for time. He's Carson-Newman's first base coach, and he wants to talk it over with Ryan Bolton, Cole Nathan, the runners, or Braxton Smith and Cole Nathan, the runners, will come join Ryan Bolton, Logan Floyd, in a conversation with assistant coaches Trey Miller and Brendan Kroeb. They've done this throughout the season. Even if there's no strategy involved, as head coach Tom Griffin stays near the third base line talking with a third base umpire. This is more so about just to break up this stretch prior to big moments, to calm everybody's heart rates and just let the moment set in for a second, relax, and reset things. Top of the order is next. Logan Floyd is on deck. And so Gradisar, in his mind, is thinking this is a big out he would like to get to the 9-hitter Bolton, who is 0 for 1. Gradisar gets into his windup to face Bolton. First pitch, blooper toward right field. Beard is after it. He's got it in right. Quick throw in. Runners don't tag. There's 2 away. Bolton tried to flip one into right field, but was unable to do so. Hit it softly. Looked like it was going to bloop into right, but Beard was playing shallow. And now Logan Floyd with 2 on and 2 out. Will the Bears put him on here with first base open? Nathan Kidder has called for time, and he's walking out to talk with Kellen Gradisar. Nobody, actually now just 1 reliever throwing for the Bears. Looks like he's just standing there right now. This could be to talk about strategy here. Do they want to face Floyd? I can't imagine they're going to face Logan Floyd here. Gradisar has forced Aiden Gibson to go 0 for 3. And Floyd in this game has hit 3 balls really hard. Single in the first, and a 3rd inning swing that forced an error, and then that fly out sharply to right that forced Drew Beard to make a diving catch. But the Bears at least are going to pitch to Logan Floyd. A prime chance for the Eagles to score here in the 8th. 2 on, 2 out for Floyd. First pitch in the turf for a ball. Wonder if it's potential strategy there, talk by Kidder and Gradisar to say, hey, we're going to try to pitch around him. We don't want to put him on, but try to get him to chase and maybe eventually put him on. 1-0 from Gradisar. Breaking ball away again. It's 2-0. The key to this is Kidder's got to be solid behind the plate, because you don't want the Eagles to score a free run here on a pass ball or a wild pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 Bears here in the 8th. Floyd waits on a 2-0 and takes changeup low. He was leaning after it and stayed away. It's 3-0. The senior Aiden Gibson is next for Carson-Newman here in the 8th. Surprised the Bears are actually going to throw a 3-0 pitch here to the plate. Here it is from Gradisar, and it's across the plate for a strike to Floyd. 3 balls and 1 strike on Logan Floyd. A base hit could tie the game. 2nd and 3rd occupied for the Eagles. Gradisar gets into his windup, the 3-1 to Floyd. Breaking ball across the plate, it's strike 2. Felt like the junior righty was going to pitch around Floyd, but he's offered in back-to-back sliders to work the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2nd and 3rd for the Eagles, down 2 in the 8th. Logan Floyd batting the payoff home. He takes low ball 4. Gutsy take by Floyd to draw a 6-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for Carson-Newman in the 8th inning. And here comes senior Aiden Gibson, a chance to redeem himself from his first 4 at-bats, or first 3 at-bats. He can redeem himself here in the 8th with the bases loaded. A strikeout by Gibson in the 1st. Hit into a double play in the 3rd. Grounded out in the 6th inning. Can he deliver here in the 8th? First pitch, slider, knee high for a strike. Bases loaded for the Eagles. For the first time in the conference tournament, nobody on this Eagles roster has more hits with the bases loaded than Gibson this year. The 0-1 to the plate, well outside. Kidder had to reach across to keep that from going to the backstop. It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Aiden Gibson. Gibson hits .350 with 2 outs this year, the 1-1. Grounded softly to short. Procopio attacks the ball, flips to second, the inning's over. Carson-Newman comes up empty, and its best chance to score today. Bases loaded and 2 outs, and the Eagles unable to deliver that big-time hit, and they stay scoreless through 7.5 innings. 8 trips to the plate for Carson-Newman. No runs to show for it despite a 2-hit 8th inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and the bases left loaded by the Eagles in the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, Carson-Newman will bring Brock Culpepper to the mound in the bottom half of the 8th, down 2 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most. Great chance for Carson-Newman to try to cut in or maybe tie that game in the 8th inning. The Eagles got 2nd and 3rd with 1 out after having runners at 1st and 2nd. With nobody out, the Eagles unable to strike with multiple chances with runners in scoring position and the tying runs in scoring position. They will turn to the bullpen for the first time this weekend and give the ball to senior right-hander Brock Culpepper, who has been fantastic here down the stretch of his final season. Redshirt senior out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, is ready to roll for the 23rd appearance of his senior season. Career high 42 1/3 innings this season. Career high 5 wins, a save this year as well. Career best 4.2 ERA and the most strikeouts in a season as well for him with 35 this season. He has not allowed a run in his final 7 appearances of the regular season. Entering this postseason outing, he faces Seth Christmas to begin the 8th, and the first pitch is hit sharply down the third base line. This is going to be extra bases for Seth Christmas as he rounds first base, is headed for second. Bolton's throw is going to bounce in late, and it's a leadoff double on the first pitch of the 8th inning for Seth Christmas. LR's last 2 base hits are the only doubles of the game and only extra base hits of the game, As now Matt Procopio will stand in for the Bears, who are trying to add on to their 2-0 advantage here in the home half of the 8th. Culpepper has not allowed a run for Carson-Newman in his last 13-plus innings, which have spanned 7 outings. He's had 3 outings here down this stretch all of April, where he's thrown multiple innings of scoreless baseball. First one to Procopio is a slider away for ball 1. Christmas has his first hit, a leadoff double here in the 8th as the Bears try to get a run of insurance to work with in the 9th, having at least a 2-0 advantage. Culpepper sets the belt, righty working from the right side of the slab, pitches a slider across the plate to Procopio, the shortstop. He takes it for strike 1. Kaysen finishes 7 innings, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts. Leaves the game with 116 pitches, but might be on the losing end. Ground ball, line drive, left field, a base hit. Game will maybe extend to 3-0. Here comes Bolton's throw to the plate. It's cut off, and it is not in time. 3-0 Bears. RBI single from Matt Procopio. His second hit drives in Seth Christmas after a leadoff double, and the Bears lead 3-0 here in the 8th. Bears have seen Brock Culpepper well here in just a few pitches in this 8th inning. 3 and 4 hitters have gone double, single, and now Drew Beard. Procopio's the only Bear with now multiple hits on the day. They've got 7 now. And now Drew Beard trying to join in on that party. He's 0 for 3. Culpepper will step off and pick to first base. This first game of the conference tournament, always so important to try to get into that winner's bracket. Potentially have to play less games to get to where you want to be, and the winner in the top of the bracket. Beard shows bunt, pulls it back to take ball 1 high. Well, Eagles have had limited opportunities, but they've had opportunities to score offensively. First and third, 1 out in the 3rd inning, and then second and third, 1 out in the 8th, but have not been able to break through. Another pick off to first. And on the flip side, the Bears have taken advantage. Even though they didn't have a hit for 4 innings against Colton Kaysen from innings 3 to 6. They drew some walks and eventually have broken through again here after a run in the 7th for another in the 8th as Beard bunts at third base side. Perfect bunt. Gibson attacks the ball, fields cleanly, throws to first where the play is made. Sack bunt by Drew Beard. It's his 8th of the year. Moves Procopio to second base for Nathan Kidder with 1 away in the 8th. Carson-Newman will have some good hitters coming to the plate in the 9th inning. Bradley Soto Diaz, Tanner Kilgore, Sebastian Rodriguez. 3, 4, and 5 for the Eagles in the batting order, with then 6 and 7 to potentially follow in the order. So Eagles do have a nice part of its order coming to the plate in the 9th, but trying to do it with just down 3. Culpepper's first pitch is hit sky high in the air towards straightaway center. Actually, Smith going to move to his right a little bit to make the catch, and he does have it in his glove for out number 2. A fly out by Kidder. He's 1 for 4. And there's 2 away for Andrew Stillinger, who drove in the game's first run back in the 2nd inning. It's been a day of pitching for both of these sides, but LR's offense has just been able to scratch across enough runs to lead 3-0. Carson-Newman has just 4 hits, and if that number stays the same, it'll match a season low for hits in a game at the worst time of the year. Brock Culpepper comes set, glove above his belt, and the first pitch to the second baseman. Stillinger is a strike. Fun fact about this 4-team pod that Carson-Newman's playing in, 4th straight season the Eagles have played in this 4-team bracket, and since it's been a thing, Culpepper's 0-1 to Stillinger, drops in toward the plate, but must have been high. It's 1-1. Eagles have faced at least 2 of Wingate, Newberry, or LR each of the last 3 seasons. So when the Eagles were at LR last year, they were there with Wingate and LR. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Stillinger. A runner at second here in the 8th as Culpepper misses low with a fastball. It's 2-1. The year before, Carson was at Coker with Wingate and Newberry. And then the first year they did this regional style format to begin conference tournament play. The Eagles were at Newberry with Newberry, LR, and Tusculum. So the Eagles have been with the teams they're with this weekend, at least 2 of them the last 3 years. Is Stillinger lines a 2-1 fastball foul, and the count evens at 2. Carson-Newman's just not been able to get away from LR, Wingate, and Newberry in the opening round of the conference tournament, having played at least 2 of those teams each of the last 4 years. And either way you slice it, it'll be one of those 2 tomorrow, win or lose. 2-2 to Stillinger. He leaned over at a breaking ball but stayed away. It's 3-2. A win for Carson-Newman and a rally in the 9th inning, something they've done often this year, would mean a winner's bracket matchup with Wingate tomorrow morning. They don't rally in the 9th. It'll be a loser's bracket and an elimination game with Newberry tomorrow afternoon. Payoff from Brock Culpepper, stayed away. It's ball 4. Culpepper walks Stillinger on 6 pitches and will face Connor Linkfield. It's Carson-Newman's 6th walk of the day as Culpepper will watch Linkfield, the second baseman, walk toward the plate. He's 1 for 3, a single that started a 7th inning rally. He scored on Mackenzie Wainwright's double. Two on, 2 out. First pitch from Culpepper runs away. The Bears have 3 runs in this baseball game. They have been held to 3 runs or less on just 3 occasions, or 4 occasions this season. 1 ball, no strikes. The set by Culpepper, and he misses away, and Cochran sees it get to the backstop. Passed ball will, or wild pitch probably, will be why the runners move to second and third with 2 away. No force out available for Carson-Newman defensively now as Linkfield has worked the count to 2-0. Carson-Newman's rallied from multiple deficits in the 9th inning, did it twice over the weekend. Last weekend at Wise, 2-0, ground ball to short. Rodriguez attacks the baseball, fields cleanly, throw is good. Waist high to Floyd, and the play is made to end the inning. The Bears tack on a run. Seth Christmas led off with a double, and then Procopio scored him with a base hit. It's an LR 8th inning that scores 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. They strand 2 on base in scoring position. LR leads 3-0 as we head to the 9th. Does Carson-Newman have another 9th inning rally in them? We'll find out together as Carson-Newman trails 3-0 as we head to the top of the 9th on the Eagles Sports Network.
City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
The Bears will turn to the bullpen, 8 scoreless, and the best start of the year from Kellen Gradisar, and he gives the ball to Michael Burnley. He is a right-handed pitcher out of Sicklerville, New Jersey. 6-foot right-hander, a junior, has been really good this season. He allowed 3 runs in his final outing of the regular season, but prior to that, Burnley had been outstanding with 6 straight outings of scoreless baseball, 4 of them he threw multiple innings of scoreless baseball. Michael Burnley, the new pitcher for the Bears, in this 9th inning as he tries to collect a save for LR. He's got 4 saves this year, and several of them have been multi-inning saves in 2026. Jack Renaud has 7 this year, but he hasn't pitched in more than a month. And even though he's dressed and was dressed today, it's going to be Michael Burnley to get the ball for the Bears in this ninth inning against 3, 4, and 5 of Carson-Newman's batting order here on the Eagles Sports Network. Bradley Soto Diaz has reached base safely 17 straight times to end the regular season. He'll try to extend that streak here in the ninth inning. Carson-Newman trying to rally in the ninth again this year. Michael Burnley, the right-hander, has the glove at his belt, sets and pitches a high fastball to Soto Diaz for ball 1. Carson-Newman has rallied from ninth inning deficits against Anderson, down 3 in the ninth. Down a run in the ninth to Tusculum to take the lead at Tusculum. They rallied at Wingate, or at home against Wingate, down 3 in the ninth with 2 outs. 1-0 to Soto Diaz is high ball 2. And most recently, Carson-Newman was down a run in the ninth inning against UVA Wise after being down as many as 6 after 6 and rallied for a 10-9 win. Or a 9-7 win, rather, after being down 7-1 after 6 innings. 2-0 from Burnley is low, ball 3 to Soto Diaz. 3 balls and no strikes, so the Eagles have several 9-inning comebacks or 9th-inning rallies this year. Can they do it a 4th time? Michael Burnley sets 3 balls and no strikes to Soto Diaz, and he takes strike 1 from the right-hander. Burnley in 42 innings has 42 strikeouts, 18 walks this year, tied for the 3rd most on the club. 3-1 set as he looks toward his dugout, sets at the belt, and his 3-1 offering to Soto Diaz is a strike on the outside corner, and he's worked the count full after falling behind 3-0. Quick look into his catcher-kidder, pitch clock down to 6 as he sets, and the payoff to Soto Diaz. Line drive, crushed down the left field line. This is going to drop in for extra bases. It rolls all the way near the wall where Leighton Lackey tracks it down, but not before Bradley Soto Diaz begins the 9th inning with Carson-Newman's first extra base hit. A double down the left field line has Carson-Newman off and running in the 9th. That's a nice swing by Bradley Soto Diaz to extend his on-base streak. The second-team all-conference outfielder has given the Eagles some life on a 3-2 swing to left field. And now, Tanner Kilgore, who's also 0 for 3. Can he break through for the first time against Burnley, the reliever? First pitch to him is a fastball knee-high for a strike. The ball's in a strike. Burnley sets, facing Kilgore. Breaking ball, strike 2. Three 0 Bears. We're in the 9th. Carson-Newman has nobody out, and Soto Diaz at second base. Can they get one runner on with Soto Diaz to bring the tying run to the plate? The 2-0-2. Kilgore chased a breaking ball away. He strikes out on 3 pitches. And there's one away. Burnley takes care of Kilgore for the first out of the 9th inning. One away. Time called here. And what are we doing here? LR has Linkfield, the second baseman, running toward the dugout, and now he's headed back toward his position. There was something wrong with one of his wristbands, potentially. So he runs back onto the field, and now Burnley faces Carson-Newman's shortstop, the freshman Sebastian Rodriguez, here in the 9th. A Soto Diaz leadoff single aboard. First pitch from Burnley is a strike. Rodriguez is 0 for 3, faced Gradisar all 3 times and struck out in the 4th and 7th innings. 0-1. Called strike 2 at the knees. So Burnley fell behind on on Soto Diaz 3-0. Worked back and gave up a leadoff double, but worked ahead 0-2 on Kilgore, struck him out on 3 pitches. Now ahead on Rodriguez 0-2. Burnley sets at the belt on the 0-2 to Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. Way out in front was the shortstop. And there's 2 away in the 9th inning. Back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts for Michael Burnley has LR away from an out away from the winner's bracket. 3-0 game. The Eagles trailed by a run for 6+ innings. Bears added a run in the 7th and 8th innings to give them an extra insurance run or two. Burnley steps off and will fake a lob throw over to second base, where Soto Diaz has given at least Carson-Newman a base runner in the frame. Carson-Newman has had 2 great opportunities. 3rd and 8th innings with multiple guys on, could not deliver the big hit. First one to Cole Nathan, breaking ball, a strike. Burnley has thrown 7 straight strikes. Really, actually 10 straight strikes after the first 3 pitches of his relief outing were balls. Carson-Newman in danger of being shut out at the conference tournament for just the 4th time in program history. 1-1 set for Michael Burnley. A look at second, the pitch to Nathan. A breaking ball, he's way out in front. It's strike 2. Carson-Newman down to its final strike here in the opening round of the league tournament. Nathan broke up a stretch where Granasar had retired 13 straight with an 8th inning single. He's batting for the 2nd straight half inning, and he represents Carson-Newman's last life in this first round game. 0-2 set for Burnley, and he misses way outside of the fastball. It's 1-2. Carson-Newman can get the tying run to the plate in the 9th if Nathan can find a way on. Eagles down 3-0. Winner gets Wingate, loser gets Newberry tomorrow. Burnley sets the 1-2 to Nathan, bounces before the plate in the turf for ball 2. Well, when the Eagles were trailing by 3 to Wingate, they were down to their final strike multiple times, down by 3 in that 9th inning with 2 outs. And Eagles rallied. 5 straight guys got on, and Matt Bishop with a 2-run double won the game. The Eagles need some of that magic here at Wingate. Down 3-0 to LR. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Burnley's pitch to Nathan. A line drive, single through the right side. Carson-Newman will try to send home a run as Soto Diaz rounds 30, heads home and scores, sliding in safely. Cole Nathan keeps things going here at Ron Christopher Stadium with a 2-strike, 2-out single to right. His 2nd hit of the day makes it 3-1. Soto Diaz hustles to score from second. Tying run will come to the plate for the Eagles here in the 9th inning. It's Braxton Smith. Nice piece of hitting by Cole Nathan. He represents last life but keeps it going and gives Braxton Smith the baton. Burnley comes set, trying to respond after that hit, and drops in a breaking ball low for ball 1. Well, Matt Bishop's on deck. He'll pinch hit, looks like, for Carson Cochran. Eagles down a run, or down 2. They've gotten their first run of the game here in the 9th, down 3-1. A 1-0 set for Michael Burnley. The reliever pitching in the 9th misses low, ball 2, to the displeasure of LR's crowd. That's starting to sense some tension building here as Carson-Newman's crowd and dugout has perked up a little bit after the Nathan RBI hit. Burnley's 2-0 set, short lead at first for Cole Nathan. Now the pitch to Smith is high, ball 3. All of a sudden, some game pressure on the reliever Michael Burnley here in this 9th inning. In danger of putting the tying run on. Three-0 set, Smith taking all the way, and he takes a strike. 8 scoreless from the starter, Kellen Gradisar. He allowed just 4 hits. He's given the ball to Michael Burnley to try to save things. 3 balls and a strike on Braxton Smith in a 2-run game. And Smith takes high, ball 4. And Carson-Newman has the go-ahead run at the plate and the tying run on here in the 9th inning. Matt Bishop will be Carson-Newman's pinch hitter. Well, there's one thing you can guarantee about Carson-Newman baseball in 2026, and that is this team will never go down without a fight, and that's the case here once again. This program has faced several adversities throughout the year with Injuries to its pitching staff, to multiple position players as well. None of that matters. The team has played very well. They've got consecutive 30-win years for just the first time in 2 decades, with 31 wins in the regular season. They're on a 9-game winning streak, the 4th longest active winning streak in Division II baseball. And they're trying to do something they've done 3 other times this year, and that's rally from a 9th-inning deficit. Matt Bishop, the hitter, with 2 on and 2 out, and he takes a breaking ball that gets underneath Nathan Kidder, and the runners will move into scoring position. Oh boy, the first, I think that's going to be, it has to be a passed ball. That ball was in Kidder's grasp, and it just rolled away from him all the way to the backstop. Nathan and Smith move into scoring position. And now Matt Bishop has a chance with 1 swing to be another hero for Carson-Newman to try to tie the game. 1-0 set for Burnley here in the 9th. Bishop takes slow again. It's ball 2. Carson-Newman entering this season had just 7 wins in the last 11 years. When trailing after 8 innings, they have 3 this year. Down 2 with 2 in scoring position in the 9th. Bishop waits on a 2-0 and takes a strike. Bishop pinch hitting for Carson-Newman. Nobody on this club has more pinch hit base hits than the rookie this year. Can he provide another? 2-1 from Burnley. Swing and a miss. Big swing by Bishop. He was behind the breaking ball. And Carson-Newman, once again for the 2nd time here in the 9th, is down to its final strike. Nathan at 3rd. He continued the game with an RBI hit. Smith drew a walk. He's at 2nd. Base hit can tie it for the Eagles. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Burnley lifts and fires to Bishop. He blows a fastball by him, and Carson-Newman loses in the 9th, 3-1. The Eagles got the go-ahead run to the plate. They got the game-tying run to 2nd, but unable to break through in the 9th inning rally, and LR holds off a late Carson-Newman surge to win 3-1. The Eagles score once on 2 hits in the 9th, no errors. They strand 2 more runners. They strand 7 in the game. Pretty efficient day, or game as well. A game that takes just 2 hours and 24 minutes. Ends in a 3-1 victory for LR. Carson-Newman with its only run in the game in the 9th inning on 6 hits. No errors, and the Eagles strand 7 on base. The Bears leave 8, and they record 1 error on 7 hits, and they score 3 times as well. Winning pitchers Kellen Gradisar for the 8th time this year. Colton Kaysen suffers his 3rd loss as the Bears collect a 3-1 victory. Carson-Newman will play Newberry in an elimination game tomorrow afternoon. First pitch for now scheduled for 3 p.m., but with rain projected in the forecast for all of the morning here in Wingate, North Carolina, and an all-dirt infield, or mainly dirt infield, there's a chance that those start times could be pushed back tomorrow afternoon. Carson-Newman baseball will be in the losers bracket, and they'll have to play their way through the losers bracket, and we'll play elimination games from here on out to try to advance in the SAC baseball tournament. Final score from Wingate, North Carolina. It's Carson-Newman 1. It's LR 3. 21st ranked Lenoir-Rhyne wins its 4th game over Carson-Newman this year, and its 5th straight over the Eagles as well. We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon here from Wingate, North Carolina. It's Carson-Newman and Newberry for now. A 3 p.m. scheduled first pitch in the losers bracket between the Eagles and Wolves tomorrow afternoon. This has been the Eagles Sports Network.